friends. So we're going to go back to 1949, the April of 1949, and we got a little document here generated by the OSI, that's the Office of Special Investigations / CIA. So this looks like the CIA was put in after. So the Office of Special Investigations is known to be the intelligence service of the Air Force. Now in 1949, the Air Force was only 2 years old at that point. So 13th of April 1949, this document was released, and what it is, the Joint Intelligence Objective Agency of the Joint Chiefs of Staff wanted scientists from World War II from Austria, and they divided 3 lists. So these are the scientists, their birth dates, and their addresses. And this would later be grouped into a project called Paperclip. So getting into the second document, this is where Professor Messerschmitt, who was undoubtedly the same Messerschmitt as the German Air Force, was mentioned in a document where the Germans had engineers and technicians that they were soliciting to the highest bid at these years. And the United States made a second list of German scientists, whereas the first list was Austrian scientists. And I don't know if these lists have yet become Project Paperclip. These are the source documents for these lists of Austrian and German scientists. And the second document here is requesting the technicians as well to be imported into the United States. Okay, so if you just try to find documents on Project Paperclip, you may or may not find the source documents of what created it. So what's generally known as Project Paperclip is a project that brought over German scientists to the United States to work for the deep state. What I have found in the CIA declassified documents available on the CIA website is that early on, the first letter seems to be from the Air Force requesting Austrian scientists. Air Force intelligence requesting, and they wanted all of them, but they made 3 lists, and then they really wanted the first level of scientists, and then the second and the third. They were asking, well, if you can't give us all of these scientists, just give us the first group, the first list, right? That's the Austrian scientists. Then later, it looks like the Joint Chiefs of Staff are getting involved in requesting German scientists because groups of German scientists and their technicians are going around in the world looking for money for their research. And so the Joint Chiefs of Staff wanted the German scientists and Professor Messerschmitt is in this document. And if you're not familiar with Messerschmitt, so I've built balsa wood models of the Messerschmitt aircraft, and it was one of the first single-wing aircraft flying in the world when other aircrafts had two wings. And when you get involved in the aerodynamics of the German Messerschmitt from the German Air Force, known as the Luftwaffe, that design could still hold water, so to speak, probably operate right now. That aircraft is very well designed, and later they found, wind tunnels in Germany. It's been used as movie sets in science fiction, ever since. German World War II wind tunnels, where they tested their aircraft, are being used as science fiction movie sets in modern day. So the first surprise is the Austrian scientists were requested first. The second surprise is that there are so many of these scientists. If you go on government websites to apply for a job, right, there's one opening. Maybe they'll hire even down to a park ranger. Like, there might be one opening for a park ranger. There are people who apply for government jobs and never get government jobs for their whole lifetime. As many degrees as I've had, and I've even had government jobs, I've always wondered, there's something going on. I have 5 degrees. What is preventing them from hiring me? So what I could find is that the deep state is probably just like being run by foreign nationals. German Nazi scientists run the deep state. All the intelligence agencies and, the Air Force.